Hello and welcome to the Unverified podcast. I'm your host, Simi, aka Tamago2474, and as usual, I am joined by three fantastic co-hosts. We have Connor, aka Cornflakes.
How's it going, my fellows?
We have Reese, aka Gamercertum.
Hello.
Oh, that sounded so somber. And we have Isaac, aka Mechna Gamer.
Good evening, or good morning, or good, I guess, whatever it is for you right now.
Well, what's up, people? How have we been doing? How's our week's been?
I mean, Simi, the week just started, right? It's just Monday, nothing's happened.
Bro, okay, listen. These podcasts go up on Tuesday, so that's already incorrect.
Yeah, no, Simi, like I said, it's Monday. We're recording this on a Monday, nothing's happened yet.
Oh, that's okay. We do turn these around in 24 hours. We are very efficient like that.
Good
That's
month
true.
we're having in July. Wink.
Yo, it is. Oh, crap. That just reminded me, like, we are at the halfway point of the year now.
We are, baby.
Damn, 2021. Yeah. That's kind of awesome. I just like time going. I know it's quite different to how a lot of other people feel, but I just like it. It feels like, wow, like we're really going forward, innit? Speaking of time slipping through our fingers, did you know that we're on asdfmovie 14 now?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know that was a 13 until, like, someone posted 14 a bit ago.
Yeah. No, like, I'm so surprised that Tom Scar has kept this series going. I mean, good on him, he might as well. But It's just, I remember asdfmovie 1 being new. And now there are 14.
Half our lives ago.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts.
See, Reese, the thing about that as well, like, the funny thing is, in asdfmovie 14, they put, like, you're recommended to be watched by, people 12 and over. asdfmovie is now only just barely old enough to watch itself.
Still can't even be on Twitter yet.
This is true. Okay, wait. So have we seen the new asdfmovie? Because I watched it. But before I say what I think, has anyone else seen it? What do you think?
Yes, just.
I've seen it. I'm honestly surprised that they're still allowed to make those.
Allowed? In what sense?
Well, with the sort of, sense of humor that the asdfmovie comedians have. It's not the most current day friendly with how the internet is these days.
Well, in contrast to Reese, I think that the current ASDF movies have been getting way safer than the old ones used to be. I didn't even necessarily really like it that much. I'm not gonna lie. I just thought that the jokes were just a bit weak. It's like feels how the later episodes of Rick and Morty felt. They're trying to get that creativity sort of just random. That's
yeah.
I mean, it says ASDF movie 14. It must be super difficult to try and come up with original sort of sketches and shit like that. But
I mean, Connor, my question for you then is, how much do you think that is actually just being repetitive, and how much do you think it's just you and your sense of humor changing over the years?
I think I could watch the original and probably laugh, whether that's nostalgia making me laugh or what. But I mean, I swear I watched one of the more recent ones with Simba, and there was a few things that made us both chuckle, but I don't know, this one just didn't land for me, at least.
I watched it and I was very surprised by how morbid it was. The punchline of almost every single joke was that the person in the sketch died. And I was to the point where it was predictable. It's okay, they're gonna die. Yep. Oh, okay, they're gonna die. Yep.
Okay, Simi.
Okay.
That's what I mean, though.
Have you seen asdfmovies before?
It was just asdfmovie in general.
Because if you go across the recurring jokes, you have I like trains. A dude who says I like trains gets hit by a train, or people around him get hit by a train and die. You had the muffin which begged to die. You had the mine turtle which stepped on and everyone around it died. You had everyone do the flop, which often was on top of things like buildings where people would fall and die. So it's not really new for asdfmovie. That's just asdfmovie. Don't get me wrong, with this one, it is a lot more direct because it's not an extra punchline of a train or gravity. It is literally just death.
Yeah,
and that's their whole thing.
It's leading to something, but then not showing it. There's a certain I don't know. It's knowing what you need to show and what you don't. It's like you don't need to like show them like literally just like dead or whatever. It's like a kind of lead that is what's going to happen. Like the whole everybody do the flop and then it pans out to see that he's on top of like a building and something like that. It can then cut away knowing like when it's like partway through. It doesn't need to literally play out the entire thing. It's like it's just because that's what makes it repetitive. It's not.
I actually agree with that point. That's fair.
Yeah.
There's only so creative they can get with it.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. With this Astiv movie, I swear I watched it like a couple of days ago. They had a sponsorship in it, right? A video that is like less than 2 minutes long, and then it has a sponsorship in it to fill up that 2 minutes. Obviously, get your coin, get your bag. These animations aren't free to make, but it definitely feels different from the original Astiv movie, and I feel like it just highlights, the changing of times, so to speak.
I agree with that.
Another thing that's gotten a sequel recently, or at least that will be released soon, Windows 11. How are we feeling about Windows 11?
A lot of people don't like that center taskbar.
Oh, like in the middle. Do they feel like it's trying to be too much like Mac?
Yeah, people are seeming to hate that.
Really? I don't like the fact that the Windows icon's there. There are if the search bar and the Windows bar weren't in the center as well, it'd be perfect. I really don't like that those two icons are there, though. But everything else is good.
Right. Yeah, I use the, default Windows layout, so I'm used to it being all, on the bottom left. Yeah. But I am... It looks really clean, that whole glass design. It does remind me a bit of when they first switched to Windows 7 and it had that really like sort of clean design. And I'm curious. I just want to see if they pull it off and if it really works well. That's the main thing. It can look nice, but if all my apps stop working because I've upgraded to Windows 11, I'm going to be so pissed.
Yeah.
My whole thing is just that it's just really and truly just pretty Windows 10. So it's like
I've said it. If Windows Store becomes a usable app, then it's worth it.
The most recent thing I downloaded from Windows Store was Solitaire, or Mahjong Solitaire. And I only did that for a video. And I was like, oh yeah, Windows Store. That was a thing, wasn't it? So
respectable.
Yeah, no. Also, I've got Game Pass. I've tried to get a few games off of the Windows Store, and the Game Pass subsection of Windows Store is even worse somehow.
Oh, it's difficult.
I don't know.
Wait, how is it worse?
It is the most unusable thing possible to use. There's no real it's just awkward to look for any sort of a specific game.
I cancelled my Game Pass because of it.
Yeah, they have a search bar and sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't.
More than often it won't. It is crap, in a word.
Would it win any of you guys over if I told you could actually install TikTok on your PC now?
No,
you can do that.
That's actually slightly one of the things which detracts me from it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, then I've got some bad news for you because Android apps are now going to be fully downloadable and installable on Windows PCs.
That's kind of my issue with Windows 11. Not on a base thing, but it's just to me, it seems like it's definitely trying to be a big compromise between just tablets, mobile, and two-in-one and computer systems. Yeah. And the last time they tried that, it didn't work.
To my Windows 8, yeah.
Windows 8.
Well, the main of their UI stuff is still Windows 10 in view, so that might be good, because the main problem with Windows 8 was that everything was designed to be on touch, but it seems it's built off Windows 10, which was built for a mouse and keyboard. So,
I guess it's just to what extent they do compromise, because when you make such compromise, it's you're less getting the good things of both, you're more getting the bad things of both systems. So I'm just curious. So it really is just a thing of having to see it and get a feel for it and get used to it, rather than going, this is good or bad beforehand.
I hope they don't try to oversimplify things as well, because that's a big problem that UIs can have. They try to oversimplify it to make it so it's usable on each platform. It's just going to become a little bit difficult to use.
Also, right, this is just a little pet peeve, but because all these things, are like, oh yeah, you can install them. The way they've currently got it set up is that it's basically the whole pre-install thing where like the app is there, but then you still need to install it. Yeah, no, I hate that. If I'm not using an app, if I don't have it downloaded, I don't want to see it. Damn it, Windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I fully get that.
But hey, Isaac, it comes with Teams pre-installed, so that's a bonus, right?
Reese, like I've executed Teams as soon as I was done with uni. I don't think you understand.
That's how you open it.
Execute.
Also, you funny guys.
I think it looks very clean though. I do.
Yeah, no, it does.
Clean.
It looks really clean.
I can't say that because we've seen very limited of it. Until I have it in front of me, I can't say. The pictures they've shown look clean. Whether or not it actually feels it is like the usability of it, keeps up with that, we'll see. I'm just, what's it like when Windows 10 came out and you could free upgrade to Windows 10? At the time, I was on Windows 8, or 8.1 for the people who will complain. And so I was more than willing to upgrade. I was like, sure, get me off of this. Let me jump ship. I'll take anything. Right. Anything will be better. But from Windows 10 to Windows 10, I'm not going to say it's good because, it's the
usable,
best we got. It's usable. And I've, spent a decent amount of time learning Windows 10's quirks and issues so that I can more or less make it do what I want it to do whenever I need to. And I don't know if I want to have to relearn all that and deal with every custom thing that I have breaking, most likely.
That's fair. You just have to put up with a freaking alert every time you open your computer saying, hey, upgrade to Windows 11 now for free. I just remember that during the Windows 8 to 10 upgrade days. Every time I open my computer, you can upgrade to Windows 10. And you know what, honestly,
I mean... do it.
Yeah, because, I eventually did it, and I was really glad I could, because, hypothetical situation, right? But if you had, illegally installed Windows on your PC that you built because you didn't want to buy Windows, just like a hypothetical situation, they would still let you upgrade to Windows 10. So you could go from an allegedly illegal copy of Windows to a completely legitimate one because of that upgrade. You know what I mean? So, hypothetically, that would be good for anyone who, allegedly was interested in that.
And by hypothetically illegal, you don't mean you pirated it, of course. You mean you had a fully legal bought copy, but then, you changed, the color of an LED inside your PC and it said, this is a different computer now, not valid.
Obviously.
Potentially. I can't verify whether that is, true or not. But this is the Unverified podcast, after all.
Yeah. My main thing is, I can't remember with the upgrade to 10, if my PC is unprofessional, the upgrade better be to professional.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they'll make sure that they do that. For some reason, my one is education. I don't... Oh, well, I can... allegedly, I might be able to think of why. But, But, yeah. You know what? I'm excited about being able to run Android apps because, from a content creator's perspective, having to record on the phone is quite precarious because it overheats, and especially if you're a mobile gamer and you're recording that gameplay, it can be quite difficult. So if you can do these mobile games from your PC and record it, that would be sweet.
Mobile on PC.
That makes me curious as well. If you're playing something like Call of Duty Mobile on PC, that's the ultimate advantage. Because these people on mobile legit be running, stopping in one place, rotating, lifting up their gun, and then shooting. That's how you have to do it on mobile. So, speaking of sequels, this is a very precarious one. So, a lot of people have been asking for GTA 6. A lot of people have been anticipating it. And there was quite a lot of disappointment when, during the reveal of the PlayStation 5 last year, a trailer showing Rockstar's logo came up, only for it to be revealed that GTA 5 was being released for the 4th time. So, there are rumors now that GTA 6 is coming out in 2025. I want to ask you guys, are you looking forward to GTA 6?
It's one of those things. I
it's a GTA, so
I wouldn't say looking forward to it. I'm kind of interested to know what it looks like, I guess. Yeah, but I mean, be 25, guys. We should be 26. If it comes out then.
Yeah, I
Which
feel like
it
it's coming
won't.
out 2027, honestly. Like, these people saying 2025 and, oh, that's too low. I feel like this is fully 2027. Like,
Again, Isaac, you and these rumors are saying the same thing. A Rockstar announcing 2025 is a Rockstar announcing 2027, but they ain't told you about delays yet.
That's true. Exactly, precisely. Excited to see what it looks like. It's obviously going to be like, it's going to set the standard, probably, chances are, for like gaming for a while. Especially the gaps that they're leaving between these games. That'd be ridiculous for the next one that would come after that. Presumably that'd be like
It
20
allegedly
years
has
after.
an ever-evolving map.
Interesting. Yeah, but they said that GTA 5 was supposed to be like ever evolving and stuff, and it's like, yeah, that's
I'm still waiting for that building to be constructed, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all that'd take. After 7 years, finish the damn building.
I feel like that building taking forever is actually more true to life, honestly.
Yeah, they get paid by the hour.
But yeah, I mean, GTA 6, we're going off of rumors here. I don't really know what... people getting carried away, in my opinion. But, you know, a 2025 release date, I see that as realistic, considering Red Dead Redemption 2 came out in 2018. But delays are inevitable. Also, one of the main people working at Rockstar, his name slips my mind now, but he was one of the like leads. He left Rockstar. I do wonder what effect that will have.
And one of the brothers as well. One of the Hauser brothers left.
Oh, him. Yeah, I was talking about one of the Hauser brothers, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, so they've lost the old like lead game developer for GTA and one of the Hauser brothers.
Oh.
So that could be interesting. But I imagine this game's been in production for years, but probably started working on this like straight after the other game released, I imagine.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, honestly, GTA 5, I liked it. It was probably the game I've experienced the most hype for, and I was really hyped for like The Last of Us Part 2. But I think just the collective hype that was around GTA 5 just amplified it further. And being able to talk about it in school and stuff like that, especially with the trailer for GTA Online, I remember being really excited for that. And when I played the game, it was fun. It was a lot of fun, but honestly, I did get bored of it and stopped playing it after a while. Maybe, because these YouTubers are somehow on episode 3231 of GTA Online races. And I'm just out here like, mate, I got the gist after my second race, but okay.
Well, because GTA is just one of the best sandboxes out there.
Agreed.
Yeah, just no other game. A lot of games have tried to come close, but I mean, the last game which everyone was claiming was going to, kick Rockstar off their pedestal was Cyberpunk, and I mean, look how that turned out.
You know what? I can't argue with that one. I thought GTA 5, it was a good game. I honestly do feel it was a bit overrated.
Oh, yeah, probably. Definitely.
But GTA 6, we'll see. I'm feeling similar to like what Connor said, where it's like, we'll just see. I'm not super hyped, but curious to see what it would look like.
Single player DLC.
We spot the single player DLC is what GTA 6 is. That's all GTA 6 is being turned into DLC. But
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's what's coming 2025. It's not really the game.
GTA 7 won't even have a single player.
Guys, I have a question for you. It's a really important question, and your answer actually might affect your citizenship in this country called the United Kingdom.
Interesting.
Is it coming home?
Now, I've been told it is. Every 2 to 4 years for however long I've been here, and it hasn't been true since. So I'm just going to bet with the odds and say no.
See, I'm just like... I'm just gonna be honest. I'm a really mean person at this point. Seeing all these people celebrating it's coming home, every time I see it, it just makes me want it to not.
Interesting. People's joy brings you anger.
Well, if it does, we won't hear the end of it for ages.
Yeah, we won't hear the end of it, and it's not that the joy brings me anger. It's that the sorrow can be kind of like entertaining at times.
That's just a bad person. You know what? I guess I get that. If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, because the idea of it coming home to the UK is just unfathomable to you. We're talking about football and the Euros 2020. This is the big football league that takes place, I think, every 4 years between almost every European country. Essentially the World Cup, but centered in Europe. And, the different countries are competing. Yeah. And the reason people are excited is because yesterday, as of the day of this recording, England beat
a couple days
Germany. Sorry, because we record these. Of course. England beat Germany, and secured their spot in the quarterfinals. Now, I personally wouldn't take that as a sign to get too excited, because the quarterfinals still means that you have to do one match and then another match to get into the finals. So as far as I'm concerned, that's still like qualifying.
Got 3 chances to fail.
But it is cool, and a lot of people are excited about it. However, I've found personally that it can be a little bit not awkward, but there's a bit of a disconnect, considering that I'm not much of a football person myself, and so I see all these people excited about football. And especially living in a place like the UK, where it's so prevalent. It's the third question a person will ask you. They'll ask you, what's your name? What school do you go to, or where do you work, or what job do you do? And then they'll ask, what team do you support? And I'm always like, I don't watch football. And then the conversation ends there and they walk away. So
yeah, pretty much.
I wanted to get your experience. Like, do you watch football, and why or why not?
Not voluntarily. Never go out of my way to.
All right. So does your dad watch football then?
What's it? The day of this apparent victory, I'd been out for a while. I'd timed myself up. I crashed asleep, and I woke up just hearing. I could just hear something, in the distance downstairs, and I just slightly opened my door to hear the infamous song. And just just being woken up, just mood. Just went downstairs, grab a drink, do whatever, and just yelled, "No, it's not!" And went back upstairs.
You can't ruin his dreams like that. It's coming up. It's coming up. I don't even know how the song goes, so I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, there's a full song?
It's a full song.
Yeah, like it's an actual proper song, yeah. and it's never been true. The song is based on a lie.
So I feel like saying, and it's never been true, is just like grounds for like your citizenship to just be renounced, so be careful with that.
Sorry, yeah, and Santa Claus is coming to town. That was harsh. I'm sorry.
Okay, now Simi, just because you want a good boy every year doesn't mean you need to ruin it for other people.
Right. How about you, Isaac? Like, big into football? Anyone in the family big into football?
My mum's into football as a concept only. By that I mean she never watches the matches. She never actually tunes in. But as soon as so she supports Arsenal, and as soon as Arsenal wins, she'll be celebrating with everyone and showing off basically. But when they lose, she just doesn't acknowledge that.
Ah, okay.
It just
by any chance does your dad support a rival of Arsenal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, in my house, not really big into football. And so you said that, when you go out, you go, oh yeah, I don't watch football. Just to keep the conversation going, I've had to lie and just go, oh yeah, no, I support a team, I support Arsenal, just so that they just don't disappear.
Yeah, but then people start being like, yeah, but are you a real fan? Name 10 players.
Okay, see, when people do that, then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna leave now, because I can't even name one, so 10's a bit.
I don't know the football lingo. They'll be like, yeah, did you hear about that transfer between, I don't know, Kane and Aguero? And I'll be like, no. What? I don't know what you're talking about right now. But yeah. How about you, Connor? Big into football yourself, or never been into it?
That's no. Football's lame. It's so boring.
Making enemies on this podcast.
Yeah,
Okay, guys,
sorry.
you heard it here first. It was Connor who said it's lame.
Yeah, it was Connor. It was Connor.
Yeah, bruh. They have double digits on those scoreboards, but don't ever, don't ever, think that they're going to have a game so exciting that they ever have to use the second part of that scoreboard, because it's a fucking lie. They wouldn't know what to do. They're like, oh crap, someone actually scored 10 goals. We just put it back to 1 again? Because deadass football. It's kind of lame.
I mean, okay, to be honest, I kind of agree with Connor here, because, like, with most sports, like, the most interesting part about it, the most entertaining part about it is the fact that you're on the edge of the seats, the fact that someone can score or get a point at any point. So, like, in tennis, basically, at any point, someone could score. In volleyball, in any other sport, basically, it's basically any point. But with football, literally, like, the middle half of the entire pitch, no one's going to score during that, like, from there. And that's where they are for most of the time.
Exactly.
So it's just, like, the majority of it is like, isn't, the part where people are getting excited. So I just can't really just sit down and watch it, because I'm just feel like, okay, but I know that nothing's going to happen until they're in this specific area at least. And even then, nothing's going to happen then, probably.
I could probably understand more why people would be more excited about the transferring of players than the actual game being played.
Yeah, it's just too big and too long. Some really good acting every now and then, though.
There's really good acting. Oh, you mean when they get tackled? They do like the dive, they do a few rolls, they grab onto their knee. It's like, that wasn't even the leg you got touched on, mate. Get up. We know you're not hurt.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what else?
But yeah, for me, like, I've always been around people that were into football, but I never really got into it myself. And it was the same reasons. I didn't find it particularly engaging. The fact that so long could go and nothing really happens. I just wasn't into that. However, during the last World Cup, now I didn't suddenly become the biggest football supporter, but I did find myself actually sitting down and having the match open on a window on my computer while I did other things, which is a huge leap for me, honestly. Just having it open so that I could see it. Because I was like, I did want to see whether it was coming home, because apparently England did much better in that one. I think they got to the semi-finals, actually, which, is exciting. I won't lie, that is exciting when you're like, oh, England might actually win, and sure, we'll never hear the end of it. But I've never heard it before in the first place, so it might be interesting to see what that's like.
Interesting. So you had it up on the side of your screen. I guess if you think about it, it's kind of similar to like a Twitch stream then, really.
Exactly.
Like, for 90% of the time, there's nothing really going on. They're just playing the game or whatever. And then, for 10% of the time, there's like a good bit of interaction. Crazy stuff's going on. Exactly. Even got the crowd. They're about as coherent in both states.
Yeah, but like a Twitch streamer, could be wrong, but, my experience tends to have, more jokes, a better consistency of jokes to keep you going through the long, boring parts.
Yeah, also like with a Twitch stream as well, like, there's at least a reasonable certainty that it's going to be entertaining at some point. A football game can literally happen and nothing happens the entire time.
That's very true.
You're right.
There you go, it's Twitch, but worse. You can quote me on that.
Bruh.
You even have football and Twitch. It's called Rocket League, bro, and it's more fun.
Oh my goodness. This is true. I feel like there is some entertainment to be had from football, though. It just might not necessarily be from the football game itself. When England beat Germany in the match yesterday, they shot to a clip of a young child, like literally a little girl from Germany, and she was crying because obviously her country lost and they were out of the competition. And people on Twitter roasted this child to oblivion. Like, they roasted this child. They were like, can't cry baby. I'm like, she is a baby. She's literally a baby. So there is entertainment to be found. It's just elsewhere.
Yeah. It's not, necessarily the game to be the entertainment. It's the fans which are the entertainment.
But no, speaking of people being wild online, have you guys heard of this story? I won't get into the particular YouTuber. So there's this YouTuber. She's in the art community and she's really popular. within the art community. She's known for doing a lot of collaborations and speaking very highly of people and really like pushing them. Oh, your channel's great. You can grow. I believe in you. Here are some tips, this and that. Like very well known in the community. Now there's this other community, which isn't on YouTube. It's a forum, similar to, 4chan or Reddit. I would say more so 4chan though, because it's dedicated to roasting YouTubers, insulting them. There's even been cases of like things getting really nasty, even like doxing in certain cases as well. Like it's just a forum where if you hate a YouTuber, you go to this forum and you talk crap about them.
Oh, I thought that was YouTube. As far as I was aware.
Now, this YouTuber who's known for being super nice has been exposed as actually having an account on this website, this forum, and posting negatively about the other YouTubers she's collaborated with and claims to be friends with, as well as posting positively about herself anonymously.
Look, man, same things make us laugh, make us cry. I take those words to heart. And honestly, she's just playing both sides of it. I don't even know how to feel about that. She's kind of like, in one sense, it's not like, I don't feel like it takes away from the help that she's done, but like, I would kind of get it. Like if you're spending all this time helping someone get up, I don't know, just like, taking a minute to chat.
Yin and yang, you gotta balance it.
Exactly. It's like, I don't know.
I say disagree with you there, because like it's like to me it seems less like she's doing it to just get off some steam, and it seems like in the first place it brings into question her intentions behind being helpful. Like it now makes it seem like her intentions behind being helpful were to build this positive persona basically to increase her own popularity, obviously, and then however that like what she was posting behind her back was what she actually felt, and in that regard I'm like I don't.
But it could also be the opposite, if they actually are, nice, kind of want to help everybody, but found a site in which they're just like, look, everyone else is trash, I'm the best. maybe that's their false opinion. Who really knows?
I mean, whatever mental gymnastics you have to do to justify it, I think it can be agreed that it's pretty wild. Like, I should give some context. This isn't something like, oh, she's been posting for months. Years she's been doing this. It's been like her thing, basically. And she's had multiple accounts. People. And it's been found that she has multiple accounts, and she started threads and populated the threads with her own accounts by having conversations with herself.
At that point, that seems a little like that's a lot of effort to go into. Like, that's just a bit sad at that point. Like,
it is, isn't it, Isaac?
Okay, listen, Reese. Okay, it was one time. I was like 12 or 14. You don't need to bring it up every single time.
I didn't bring anything up. You did.
Let's give the viewers some context here. What's going on?
Once upon a time, when I uploaded when I was younger, basically, I was young. However, I was I wouldn't say smart, but I was like, I mean, if I upload a video, then, no one's going to, like, comment unless they see someone else has commented, because, that's just how interaction works. Like, you're less likely to comment or react to something unless you see that it's already been popular and put it. So I was like, I mean, to break the ice, let me just, be the first person to comment on my own video. And however, I was like, let me not just, make it all positive, because that's just, like, bait. So I commented on my own video in a negative way, and then suggesting improvements for myself in the comment section, and Reese is never letting me live this one down.
I remember Reese would stop talking about it, but man, it was just the whole idea of you roasting yourself in your comments. Man. But yeah, I remember that. Reese would not let it go as well.
That was like one time. And again, I commented negative on my own video. This wasn't me making several accounts on some other forum website to then big up myself and like put down other people who was pretending to. Listen, okay, you don't know about your old accounts, Reese. So. You don't know about tamagosucks.com.
Oh, that was you?
Oh, no.
Oh, we're gonna have a talk after this.
You made some compelling points though on the site.
Are you on that site, Simi?
I may have been on that site. Now that I think about it, I may have been a contributor to TimeThatSucks.com.
Oh my god!
At least you get.
I guess we're making all sorts of revelations here today. So obviously, this person who's been posting anonymously and all that, they're a bit of a nutter, right? We can get that out of the way. What is even the appeal? What is even the appeal of being on a website where all you do is talk crap about people you don't know, like that, just having so much hate that you need to like tear them down? Like it can get really vicious on these sites. I'm just like, why would a person want to post on here?
Also, sometimes people have a lot of very negative things to say about a person. You know, they want to get it out there, but they don't want their name attached to it.
Enough to make a website. No, but like, actually, though, yeah, it's just a thing of that's just the internet, really. As long as people have anonymity, then like they'll feel free to just say whatever they can about people. And like to an extent, just shitting on people and being in an echo chamber, which does the same, can feel good. Or just like, yeah, this person's videos are the worst. Yeah, haha, I hated this one as well. But like when they actually realize what they're doing, and when you actually look at it from the outside, it's just like, bro, that's just really sad. What are you doing with your life?
Yeah, if you're spending more energy on someone you hate than some of their biggest fans are on them, it's got to be a problem here, right? Like, do you actually dislike them, or are you just trying to convince yourself?
Yeah, and I think that's a big thing, right? I feel like these are actually mega fans, because these people, to have so much to hate, they have to know a lot about the person. So they really do know more about this person than that person's biggest like fans or whatever. And so I just really think maybe it's coming from a place of, like, you know how Stan in the Eminem music video, he's a huge fan of Eminem, but he got really like vitriolic towards him because, Eminem wasn't responding to his messages. I almost feel like it's something similar to that, where you like a person, but there's something about them which pisses you off. Maybe they have something that you want and you don't feel you can get it. Maybe there's some envy there, or maybe they just did something and it wasn't necessarily personal, but you took it personally. Because if you really just don't like someone, the whole idea of spending that much energy just confuses me.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like another thing about it is as well, like, for some reason, people typically seem to get angry when people like something that they don't. So, like, seeing, or, like, if, like, depending on who they are roasting and talking about, like, if, like, there's a YouTuber who has a lot of subscribers and they don't like them, but everyone else is talking about them, like, I hate this person so much, but everyone else is saying that they're amazing. Like, I want somewhere to, to just trash them, because, and the more people around you seem to like them, I guess the more that might build up the hate within you, but it's just...
I actually understand the whole idea of a lot of people like this thing, and you're just like, why do people like this? This is like really bad like content. Like, why do people like this? But the sensible response is to be like, people have different interests. It's okay. If it's not for me, it's not for me. If no one's getting hurt, it's not a problem, and I move on. But I guess some people they don't want to feel like they're alone in not liking something, so they have to find a community around not liking something.
Yeah, if a key part of your personality is not liking something or someone, get a hobby.
Recommended. Got any suggestions? Any recommendations for the people who might be... Because you never know, someone who posted this forum might be here looking for advice. So what sort of hobbies can we recommend to them?
Well, if you really hate the type of content somebody's doing, make the kind of content you think should be doing good, and prove to the world that it is better, that you can do better. And if you can't... I love
that suggestion.
Face the facts.
Reese, to be honest, that might be not the best advice. Not because I feel like that's good advice, so long as they can keep their envy at bay. Because some people, start on their channel, even if they're making the best content out there, like, there's no guarantee that they're going to grow. And so then they'll see, like, the person who they're trying to prove is bad still has, like, more subscribers than them and is gaining more than they are. And so that might just, add fuel to the fire.
At that point, they just have to accept they were wrong. Not that they didn't get picked lucky in the random algorithm. No, they were just wrong.
These people never accept that they're wrong. People don't do that, like at all.
Right. So Isaac, what would you then recommend that such a person in a situation do as a hobby instead to channel their energy?
I feel like the first thing that they need to do before even getting the hobby is like just kind of work things out internally. Because like even if you do get a hobby, like if you don't like sort out how you feel, you're still like gonna be in a similar vibe. So
I really feel like dealing with the internalized hate is something that needs to be done. I think
therapy
could
be a
people
hobby.
definitely get this wrong. I mean, yeah, therapy, great. It's gonna help everything. It's gonna totally change deep core personality traits.
Yeah, of course, always.
No, I think it's definitely something to work on before getting the hobby. I feel like people sometimes try to find those hobbies as a way to completely distract themselves from dealing with internal problems. Might just be that you are genuinely a hate-filled person. I mean that you can't work towards taking steps to change that way of thinking, but in no way think that it will be an easy way, and in no way think that like kind of making yourself productive and busy is also going to fix that. But yeah, by all means, hobbies are a good way to distract yourself, in the very least.
And especially with like suggesting hobbies as well. Like I already feel uncomfortable with like giving advice on this podcast platform. However, with hobbies, I feel like that's such a personalized thing.
Oh,
Say,
totally.
oh yeah, you can do this.
Do some
I
knitting.
don't think that's.
That's fair. All very sensible answers. I'm actually very impressed with the level of care taken in these answers here, because I was just going to recommend that they listen to the Unverified podcast over here on YouTube and available everywhere you get podcasts. But if that's what you are doing, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait until next time, because this episode is coming to an end. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to ask if any of the boys here have some closing statements. We'll start off with Isaac. You got anything to say to the people to sign off?
Just, if you are feeling generally hate-filled, I would say it does more harm to them to just, like, ignore them and pretend that they don't exist and, like, not waste your own energy than, dedicating so much time into that. Because, like, even if you're just, going to the video to watch to, like, leave a dislike, they're still getting that view. You're still helping them at the end of the day. So, like, just don't interact at all. That's for your good. That's for their good. It's for everyone's good. Just do that.
Thank you, Isaac. I think that's very solid advice. It's like really easy to try and look into outside things to distract yourself, but sometimes just taking a look inside is the best first step to take. Connor, I mean, you don't have to be as insightful with your closing statement, but have you got anything to say to sign off the people?
Of course. Like to pull on some wise words and repeat that we're all just some Eggman. Like you don't. I wouldn't be.
Huh?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to spend like hours thinking about someone that you don't like or you hate on whatever, and people. I don't know. Yeah, we're all just some egg,
I love that. I love that because I watched a TikTok earlier today of someone with like a finger puppet of
Perfect.
Trump's head, like Donald Trump's head on their finger as a finger puppet, and like he was eating a raw egg, and that was the TikTok, and then the account was called Trump Egg, and I was like, this is the whole account. This is what it does.
I don't understand the youth these days.
Slightly surprise me.
Reese, have you got a closing statement for the people?
Just how do you find the energy to hate on everything? Just focus on what you like, As a wise man once said, don't hate, appreciate.
Hell yes, we love it. We love it. Then that's why I'm going to tell you guys, don't hate. Football is coming home. You just have to believe, okay?
Hate's
you
got
just have
nothing
to
to do with
believe.
it. It's
No
just-
hating, guys.
statistics.
No
I mean,
hating.
there's just history behind that. Like,
I want to see
History
this on
is fake.
things that didn't. What's it even called? What is it? Things that didn't age well? Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
like Simi, like we're getting closer to 100 years since our last win than we are, like away from it. So.
Yeah, you're right.
Damn. Maybe hate exists within us all. Maybe that's just the way it is. Thank you for tuning in to the Unverified podcast. Be sure to follow us on all our socials. The links are in the description. Check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/unverified. You'll be able to find all our individual Twitch streams there. Until next time, people, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next episode of the Unverified podcast.
Goodbye.